Pokeballs. Nice. Anyways, nice play on words. Good job.
I can do it. Can't do it. I can't. I'll be here all week.
All right, so welcome back to another session of Adventures in Loxos. And again, I'm at a loss on how to start this, so we'll just start this with the brief recap of last session, which was well, the week after last, I think. Uh you Quill fought a Woojin, found out that the whole uh he found a red herring. It turns out that one of the Woojins was working for a Nezumi, which is rat folk, named the Rat King, who was trying to take him out so he could win win big on gambling at the Jingzhou tournament. And Uquil survived it, and now he is joined back up with the rest of the group who were currently taking on a Woojin whose name was Ling Ling, a bitter woman who was jealous of her friend Chu Mi's engagement to our party member Zoltan Heisenberg. You guys took her out, only to realize that that was yet another red herring. But now that you guys are all back together, you have discovered that there is still a Woojin out there, and they are currently trying to assassinate Ma Zaru, the shaman. She's the dragoon's shaman. She's like the high shaman, so it's like an important role for her people. And they're currently trying to take them out. Um yeah, bunch of little minor stories going on there. Android made a deal with the underbelly, a guy named Boss Kappa who runs the underbelly. Uh think organized crime, I guess, to put it mildly.
Nice.
Yeah. You made a deal with him to sell his brand of fire wine over on the continent of Siren. And yeah, uh you made yourself pretty clear that you'd help him with that you would agree to that kind of distribution, but you didn't want to be involved in any of his more shadier stuff, to which he acted wounded about. He acted as if like you act, like me, that do I look like the kind of guy? So
Yes, you
um
look like a trafficker.
yeah. So
And the day may come where I kill you.
yeah, so there's that. Otis found out that there's something malfunctioning with him. He's just malfunctioning or something. He's got some form of PTSD. Best as I can explain it, really. He's got a form of PTSD that he's trying to work through, that
Oh Lord, I'm broke.
yeah, that the group witnessed him go through. His whole body began shaking and everything like that. Zoltan is still Zoltan. He, again, his fiance was almost assassinated again. And Agaragis is still Agaragis. Agaragis is working through Agaragus's own personal issues right now and is just assisting the group. And I believe that pretty much brings us up to speed on the recap. We left
Is
off
that
with,
what a character is doing?
well, I don't really ever know what Agaragis is doing, all right?
You jerk.
I don't think Agaragis knows half the time what Agaragis is doing. I think Agaragis
No.
just kind of does what Agaragis does. Agar- Agaragis lives.
Whatever Garricus fancies at the moment.
Yeah, Agaragis lives life 1 second at a time. you know? Uh, but yeah, you guys are currently in a showdown with the Woojin. Uh, in Mazaru's personal chamber, it looks like Lao D has been trying to defend her, but he's looking pretty busted up. And yeah, that's about where we are. Uh for any of you Golden Wonders out there who have been tuning into our sessions, you can get a better explanation of it by watching some of our back catalog if you so wish. Uh but yeah, let's start with these introductions, huh? To the group. Is that yeah?
Please no.
Yeah, let's do that. So, starting from the top, we have AGTX, the Dragons. I liked how I did that perfectly with the cricket. Do you see that?
I'm about to get nitro just so I can use my own.
And he will be playing
Gay.
Good boy.
and he will be good boy. Yes, go get your biscuit. He will be playing Uquill, the human slayer / dragon shaman. Shaman! Yeah. Any thoughts, Uquill?
Kill me now.
Kill me now.
These nuts.
All right. Your wish is my command. Then we have oh man, I always get screwed up because Casside's not actually on here, that she's having to share, so I get thrown off a little bit. But we do have Casside 69, who will be playing Agaragis, the Mycetid Pion Mender. And a Mycetid, for you folks at home, is basically a mushroom folk. They're about the size of a halfling, so pretty short. Pretty short. Yeah.
Why do you have to say it twice?
Because you're motherfucking short.
Because if I say pretty short, they may think dwarf. But no. Pretty short. Pretty short. And that is halfling size. Yeah. Halfling size short. That, and the Pion Mender basically is all around kind of like a buffs character, like a more or less support than anything else. But Agaragis does have some damage capabilities and abilities, so say hello, Agaragis. All right, moving along then. We have we have Icy Hot _2305, and he will be playing the half drow Zoltan Heisenberg. I forgot his name for a second there. Zoltan Heisenberg. He is a deep druid, and that is not your that's not your mama's druid. He does not get his abilities from, forests and green grass and sunshine and rainbows and sunny beams from heaven. Oh no. He gets his powers from the dark places. Caves, mountains, underground, caverns, the deep, the cockles, the cockles, if you will.
Nice.
Then we have Tempest Inferno, who will be playing Otis Hirokin, our halfling champion of Obod High, cleric / favored soul. And yeah, Otis, he's a return. He's a prodigal son, if you will. He was a part of this campaign long before we started recording it, and he had to drop out for a little while, and he has returned now. So he is a worldly halfling at this point. Although, honestly, you don't have a halfling in a group without them eventually becoming the most worldly character in the group, without them actually realizing just how worldly they are. So there you have it, right? Then we have Android, who will be playing Android Prison. The
What up?
wow, that was loud. That threw me off. That threw me off so bad. He will be playing. He will be playing the half elf or half wood elf. Bard / Paladin, Saint of Corlon Lorethian. Plus, he is Lord Android Parisen because he's been lorded now. He's got a manor and everything. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to say about him, but it escapes me now. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, well, his paladin class, the way we do it in 3.5 is you have the option to turn a paladin into a prestige class. So his paladin class is actually a prestige class. I don't know if that's what I originally wanted to say, but I felt like there was something else I needed to say, so I said it. And I'm your humble DM, Lord Pog. And let's move on with the intro, huh? Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo.
Gotta love that intro, Pod.
Yeah. Thank you.
Best
Thank you.
intro ever.
Best intro ever. I mean, probably for this campaign, yeah. Probably as far as I go, yeah. I mean, it's got a little bit of production value. So, the glorious many have now found themselves inside Mazaru's bedchambers, as it were.
Ooh.
You done? You done?
Crickets again.
Are you done? No. We're here again. Is this what we're doing? No. Okay. Really? You guys find yourselves within her bedchamber, and you find yourselves staring down 7 Woojin. They all look the same, but you can tell.
Woo! Yeah.
Running from my magic. You could tell that they you could tell.
Good boy.
The thing about these Woojin is the fact that they this one for sure is Dragoon. The other one was a human female, and then before that the other one was an optical illusion. Wasn't even really a Woojin at all, as much as a summoning trick of the mind, as it were. But this Woojin for sure is Dragoon. They all look identical, and they all turn to face you as you guys enter into the chamber. And with just a sweep of their hand, they murk all of you. No.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm like, yeah. You ought to get the end to the Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's just like the end. They murk you all. Anyways, but no, but with a swoop of their hand, they almost act dismissive of the party, and You never actually identify where the voice is coming from, but one of the 7 has to be speaking, right? Because you hear them say, you hear them say, this doesn't concern you any longer.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. But it's just like, oh, well, I don't even know what's going on. I'm out. Leave this place now. And that's pretty much all they've got to say. They look like they're geared up to fight, but they're giving you the option to flee.
Like they're trying to prevent us from getting in there?
They're telling you to piss off, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. They haven't taken any preventative action, per se. They're just pretty much telling you, yeah, this doesn't concern you. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Crazy.
I just backhanded Garricus. No, I'm kidding.
Agaricus,
Yeah.
Gotta get
roll
the
it.
powder.
Agaricus, roll a tumble to see if you fall on your head.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah. Android's just gonna be like, well, I'm afraid we can't do that.
They look. They all 7 of the Woojin look at you, like bare into your eyes, Android, and they say, "You are not Dragoon. You are all foreigners to these lands. Do not concern yourselves with such trivial matters as this, or I will be forced to eliminate all of you."
Android just kind of, takes a breath and he's like, we may not be Dragoon, but you Quill, at the very least, is something much more. And I'll tell you, I didn't spend 3 days on this investigation losing my mind to turn around now. So I'm afraid we can't do that. This does concern us.
after he says that, can I pull out my wand of Sonic and just use it on him?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Savage.
Which one are you using it on?
I mean, if I can pinpoint whichever one's speaking, that one. If not, then whatever's closest.
Roll a spot for me on that one to see if you can pinpoint exactly which one is speaking. If not, there's 7 of them, so just give me a number.
Wait, am I with them at this point?
Yeah.
I was like, I thought so.
You sure are. You sure are. So you're like trying to pinpoint one, and you've narrowed it down to to at least 3 of them. It could be number 1, it could be number 3, or it could be number 7.
You will hit them with the daddy likey.
Number 3.
Number
Like
3?
literally, he screams out "daddy likey"
For real?
at
No,
Android's profession. He said, "You close this in the back, picking his fingers, and then he hears his name. He's like, "Daddy likey," but he says it in the Uquill type of like really dark tone.
Yeah.
For this,
Daddy like. Yeah. Yeah, got you.
swing for the fence. Jesus Christ, I'm good at this. I'll make everything pee, including myself.
Alrighty.
I pissed a little, just for
Alright.
added bonus.
So, Otis, you did say number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. So Otis, you actually managed to pinpoint the one, right?
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, no
Savage.
freaking way, dude. So roll your damage for that. Cause that
It's
took
the
him.
18. Or the 5, I mean. The 5.
Oh, that's the 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit them, you do 5 damage on them. Combine that with Uquill's, because Uquill's intimidation wouldn't actually would not have worked, because that's high, but it's not
Bard's
quite
charm
high
should still be going also, by the way.
but it's not quite high enough. Oh, the Bard's charm is still going? Did you pick it up when you
It
guys
should
left
be.
the hall?
No, but I clipped it to my belt.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I said that last session.
Okay. All
To
right.
be fair, I
I'll-
do remember that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna activate the Bard's charm and clip it to my belt.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, roll an additional 3d6.
Hold on. I just realized Uquill has no idea what the fuck, why the fuck. He's just being told to bring his ass, and then now he's wanting to punch people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just for making sure I'm staying in character here.
Yes.
And my because the way I attack the next sequence of events that matters.
Right. Right. Well, okay. So, that Otis managing with Android saying what he's, having this conversation. Otis is able to discern which one of these Woojin is that Woojin, right? And he pulls out his wand of Sonic and just blasts the correct one. And with Uquill getting all menacing at them and everything, that it takes the shot and backs up a little bit, and all the others just move out of the way and kind of surround it. And you can see now that the Woojin looks a little panicked. And then you see this like resolve cross their face, and the rest of the Woojin all line up on either side of the main one, and they begin to walk towards them, almost like they're combining into one. But as each Woojin walks into the main one, it's like they're just wisps. They just kind of, as if like an illusion is breaking or something. But once the final one does that, you watch as the Woojin now begins to grow in size. It's almost like, well, to put it in with, to put it what you guys would actually see as opposed to what like is actually happening. For a minute there, it seems like they're not even there, and then once like a veil has been put over your eyes, and once the veil is lifted, you see this Woojin who is now of gargantuan size, and it has
That's not nice.
has completely busted through the top of the palace ceiling in the chambers. And they aren't happy with you.
With that, Zoltan takes it as a challenge and turns into an elemental.
Which elemental?
He's gonna turn. What's the biggest elemental I can go into? The size for that.
Consider your teammates, please. We are an enclosed area. Just saying. Do you? I'm not discouraging you from turning into an elemental. Just please don't kill us in the process.
Uquill will be fine. Do it. I want to see it because
Well-
I actually have some chaos I'm brewing.
I will not. I'm squid. You know what? Fuck Android. You do you. If you gotta kill me, you do you. It's,
The largest size elemental you can change into is huge. So
Oh, this house is coming down.
yeah, so to give you an idea of sizes, which I think it's in this one. It might be. I could have swore it was in this page. Yeah. To give you an idea of sizes, okay.
About the clashes of titans.
Well, yeah, a little bit, because if you're huge and this thing is gargantuan, right? So look at this chart I have here for you.
Where's the chart?
I'm showing you.
But
right
this
do
motherfucker
that.
went gargantuan in this place, anyways.
Yeah, this thing went gargantuan, so it like completely
Okay.
just wrecked like a whole chunk of this palace, of this room. It, like you guys, I guess to put it in perspective, you guys just watched like a wall get blown out and a ceiling get blown out of this place. It like you can see outside perfectly. In fact, like people outside who are starting to gather around the palace, some of them have been like completely trampled by the rubble that got blown out of the side of this building.
Dude.
While there's still crowds, large crowds of people just out there like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
So gargantuan's about the size of that sandworm there.
Oh,
Huge is about the size of the cyclops there, right?
okay.
Uquill and Android are about the size of the human, you see? And then the one size next to them, the little
Is fuck
goblin,
me.
that is Otis and Agaricus. So those are the three sizes we're working with here. So when you turn into this huge elemental, any elemental you choose is going to be huge because you have that option. It's just all depends on which elemental you want to turn into to do this.
All right. With that, I wish to step forward and turn into the magma elemental.
Give me, how far forward do you want to step when you do this?
Are they like right beside me?
Yeah,
Like-
you guys are all kind of huddled in the doorway, sort of. You know what I mean?
How far ahead is this Wujin?
This Wujin's not that far ahead of you now. You see what I'm saying? Like, because of
Yeah.
their size now. I mean, they've got like a good 30 to 35 foot reach just from standing. They can reach out 35 feet from where they are and slap something.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna take 10 feet in front and then turn into it.
Okay. You do that, which huge is still pretty big. This room can facilitate that a little bit. So you get just large enough, but it is the magma elemental, so you're not standing upright nearly as much. So being hunched over means that you don't completely just knock the ceiling out of this room, but it is, one of your elbows does take out like a chunk of the wall as well, the far wall that the Wujin has already facilitated breaking down. So boom, just more rubble just comes busting out, with the crowd being like, oh my goodness, because now they can just see this giant magma monster, like, face to face with this gargantuan freaking Wujin. And and then there's Uquill, Android, Agaricus, and Otis all standing there. Yeah.
Cue Naruto battle music.
Yeah. Let's fighting love.
Straight up.
Yeah. So
It fits the vibe. It's the setting.
Yeah.
I could catch spells. This whole place is gonna be shattered.
Uquill activates the toughness aura. Everybody within 30 feet gets ER and magic resist up to 3 point.
okay.
And
So everybody just remember that whatever magic hits you from here on out, You knock 3 points off the damage.
No, it's DR2 as well.
Oh,
Damage reduction and magic.
Hey,
oh,
can I use the defender ability on you, Quill?
you sure can.
I like it. Looks about to go ham.
That's what I thought.
So, so that defender you quill gives you a 10% or plus 10 damage reduction to what you've already got.
Jesus Christ, I don't take damage.
It also gives the enemy a 40% miss chance if they try to hit you.
I really don't take damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
It's for 1 round though. It's only for 1 round.
Oh, I'm going in. I've got some things on the. We're gonna test the theory.
Okay, and Android's got the tuna battle going, but Android really hasn't done anything yet. Otis hit.
Oh,
You quill buffed up. Zoltan went elemental.
I
Agaragus.
think, and as far as Android is concerned, he's just going to try and find the nearest cover and summon his air guitar and tune up with the tuna battle.
All right. So, Agaragus, you just lean over with the buckler of the defender, and whoom, you quill. You see what looks like a shell wrap around your body for like a split second, and then vanish. And Android, you kind of move to the back a little bit, and you summon the air guitar. Shut up! You know. What would you like to do with Solar? Because he's just kind of hovering about.
How is everybody looking on health? Pretty decent, huh? I would imagine nobody's taken any like serious hits yet.
I mean, Euclid has, but he's good. You don't
Oh,
know
you got
about
punched
it.
pretty good.
Yeah, before I showed up to the fight, I was already in a fight, but I'm over half, so he's good enough. If it gets dire, he'll call out.
Would he be like visibly damaged though?
I've lost. You could tell he's probably got hit, but nothing. I don't think it's.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have Solar kind of swoop over and spit on Euquill's face.
All right.
That's 5d8. I'll roll it for you.
Okay. Just spit on you, Quill's face. Oh yeah, we haven't really done the healing food since we've recorded much, have we?
No.
Oh man. So for you Golden Wonders at home, I'm gonna paint you a picture of how Android Celestial Eagle heals people. So he flies over to you, Quill, and then hovers above him, and then just starts going and hacks up a load of food like a mama bird feeding its babies, and hacks it right onto Uquill's face with a splat, and it just boom hits Uquill on the side of the face and melds into his body, healing him for 25 hit points.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, he's
I'm like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch, I never get used to that.
yeah. For reference, when we first came up with that, people were really in the party were really kind of turned off by that whole thing. They've learned to accept
It was really disgusting.
yeah,
It's hilarious, but it's disgusting.
they've learned to accept it over time. We've been doing this for a while now. So just hacks up a load of healing food. That's what it's called, nourishment. Right onto you, Quill, and yeah, you're healed. Oh, Android, don't forget to roll your 3d6 for the tuna battle. if I'm not mistaken, I believe magic and magical effects also are affected by the tuna battle. It really is an OP ability, this tuna battle. But I did create it when it was only 2 people in the party, and I knew they needed to survive. So,
The tuna battle is sexy.
yeah. So
I don't want to hear anything else about it.
so add 6 more points of health to you, you Quill. All right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are in what is called a boss battle, meaning you will get to move first. If I'm not mistaken, you will get to move first.
I'm synced up with the tuna battle. I'm gonna roll another 3d6. I'm gonna be that guy.
Oh, okay. For another 3d6 for what?
Equals healing.
Oh, right. You did roll it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So add whatever he
Because
just
I'm
rolled.
air guitaring it also.
Right. So you guys get to.
I forgot. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Boss battle.
Yeah. Oh. Well, since we're in a boss battle, I better. Yeah. I better cheese it.
Yeah, I better make sure I'm doing all I can.
Fair enough. You guys will get to move first in a boss battle. So, so figure out where you guys want to move to. How you guys want to do this. You guys get to move first, yes. And then I am going to roll something and we will go from there. Because a boss battle doesn't work the same way as regular fights do.
I've announced what I'm doing.
What are you
Said
doing?
Leroy Jinky.
Oh, okay. You're gonna jinkies your way.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Okay, so your charge will have to be halted though, because you do have a behemoth of a freaking elemental directly in your way, and as big as this room is, it is not so big that you can just, you know what I'm saying?
But
you
what
will,
if I pick up Quill and throw him at them? Throw him at him.
I mean, I'll allow it.
Fastball special. Turn this.
I'll allow that. I mean, Quill gets thrown for a change. Yes, this will be the second time since season 2 that Quill has been thrown, and these are the only 2 times this has ever happened. So
Awesome.
So season 2 is already proven to be like a whole treasure trove of new experiences for the party. So Quill's gonna do that. Zoltan's gonna throw him. Android, you're just gonna hang. Is that what I'm to understand? Hang and jam the 2.
Android's gonna hang. Solar is gonna float around Zoltan and kind of stand by for a second and see what happens. Let me see what Agaricus is doing.
I need to know where you're standing though. Like, where did you hang back to describe to me how Android gets himself out of the line of fire?
Well, I imagine there's probably some rubble laying about. I imagine he kind of just took a couple steps back and ducked behind some sort of rubble. You know what I mean? That is about, if there's any that seems large enough.
Oh, yeah, there is. I mean, there's whole chunks of ceiling. All right, that will give you, well, it's the that Woojin is gargantuan, so you will have a 10% cover for that, you and Agaricus. And at 10%, Agaricus, as long as you stand up on Android's back, basically up on his shoulders, you can see over that rubble to be able to do anything that you want to do, because you have to keep, you know, vision of what it is you're doing. You can't just do it from anywhere, you know. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So that gives Android 10% coverage, but you 5%, because you're having to peek up over the rubble just a little bit extra. And you're dealing with a gargantuan
Sweet.
creature.
Yeah. It can kind of,
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that.
just flot over.
Yeah, that thing can see like to the over the horizon. You know what I mean? Like if it looks left, it's seeing out into the ocean. You know,
Right.
It's oh very yeah.
Word.
Yeah. So you're just kind of ducking down, and you're gonna have Solar do what now? Swoop over and do what? I'm sorry.
He's just gonna kind of hang about Zoltan and Uquil. I guess Uquil's getting thrown, but he's gonna hang about Zoltan for a second on standby and just kind of see what happens. You know, like if anybody needs healing, he's just gonna be close by. You know.
Okay. And Otis, what is your movement gonna be?
I'm gonna pull out the monster manual and summon Cassius,
Okay. Okay.
and then we're going to try to get a fair distance from the gargantuan creature. Wait for an opening to fly out.
Okay.
And Otis is gonna get on Cassius, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured you're like, aha, let's fly. And he's like, all right, takes off without you. And you're like, what, dude, what? What now?
And if I
Yeah.
and if I can, I'd also like to summon my beetle.
Oh, yeah, you're the Luxor?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'll allow that. Yeah, that's all just actions. Those are just move actions. Okay, so you summon your beetle and it starts buzzing around you as you jump onto Cassius and fly up and out of the building. How far out of the building are you flying exactly?
Oh god. This thing is like far enough out of range in case he reaches out to attack, but close enough to where I could still hit. If that makes any sense.
Okay. So you
If I
want
had
to
to give you an
move
exact distance, I'd say 20 feet away.
20 feet away? Okay, up in the air. So you want to, well, okay, to get up out of the building. Okay, so you're going to have to go. And Cassius's flying speed's like 80 feet. So he went 30 up out of the building. Well, more like 40 up out of the building and then 20 feet away. So moved about 40 feet just back. Yeah. So that's pretty far. Yeah. I mean, like you're still, if it wanted to, it could reach out and swipe at you still. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna be the direct focus of what it wants to attack right now because you're just kind of, you know what I mean? You've kind of separated yourself, depending on what you do next. However, I did roll, and so after your guys' movements, so I'm gonna tell you guys just so you know, just so this doesn't seem like I'm just coming up with stuff off the top of my head. In a boss battle, you guys will always get to move first. That's the thing. You will always get to move first. Whether you get to attack first or not depends on a D4 that I roll for the boss. A 1 means they don't get to do anything. They don't get to move, they don't get to attack, they don't get to do anything. A 2 means that they get to only move but not attack. A 3 means they only get to attack, but if they get to attack, they get to attack first. And a 4 means they both get to move and attack. So, I rolled a 3. So, after your guys' movements, before Uquil even gets to get thrown or anything, this thing's gonna get to attack the group first. So, just looking at it right now, the one thing that seems the most dangerous to it at the moment is Zoltan. Because he just watched him. Well, he just watched him turn into. He just watched you turn into a huge freaking elemental, my dude. You know.
Okay, and
You're
I want to transform.
okay, okay, and stuttering and yeah. Well, that's the biggest threat. You're the biggest threat. So it is going to attack you now. It's going to take its fist and just hammer down on you right now. I mean, it's a magic user by trade, but I mean, let's face it, it's using powerful magic just to make itself a viable freaking melee combatant right now. So it's going to just take its fist and freaking hammer down on you. Where is the? I'm gonna just leave you open instead of closing you. That way I ain't gotta keep freaking messing with you.
I need to go over here, right here, right here.
Right here, right here.
Roll 20. Be any slower. Thank you. Alright.
What is your AC right now?
I am currently doing all that right now. Try to get everything. Right here. Click this button. My AC for a magma right now is 31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay. So it hit, but wow. Yeah. I was just curious. So it slams down its fist down on you, doing Can you guys hear me typing? Real quietly. Yeah. I'm trying not to type loud into the deal because you can hear it real bad on the recordings. So I was trying for 42 points of damage. You do have damage reduction mode, right? From Uquill's deal.
I do. Do I? I don't know.
You should. He just told you. Uquill, isn't he getting some kind of damage reduction? Or is it just magical?
3 points of damage. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage? So it actually would only be...
Yeah, it's not super strong, but every point counts.
Yeah. It would only be 39 points of damage. So it... slams down a fist down on top of you, Zoltan, which doesn't necessarily screw up the throw because you guys weren't that throw will technically count as an attack, so you haven't gotten to do that yet. That was, you guys were readying it for the next deal. And then
You said how many points of damage?
39 points of damage.
Alrighty. Oh no, I only have... Okay, I'll be fine. I'll be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I should be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah, you should be able to tank a bit before it becomes
No, that hit kind of hurted it. That put me at 197.
Ah, well.
Don't be no bitch.
That's alright. I could keep turning into elementals. I'll be fine.
Well, you
I got
have
two
a-
more to do.
I was gonna say you have a limited amount. I mean,
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
got
say
three more time.
you're not gonna be able to just do that all day.
I
Hey, what?
mean,
Kills me. Guess what? Watch this shit. I'm gonna turn into another one. Do it again. I got another one.
I fucked up.
Haha.
He starts fucking me up. I'm turning into a mouse and running. Catch me now, bitch! I will turn into fucking Pikachu.
Right. Yeah, so it takes the attack, but instead of going for another attack or anything like that, it starts preparing a spell. You watch as the Woojin begins to chant and begin something that you yeah. That I guess you'll get to see next round. Go ahead and go. Guys, it is your turn for attacks.
Hold up. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, let me go. Let me go. Yeah. And
Well,
let me
you
go.
readied in action. You're throwing you quill.
Yeah, I'm throwing you Quill.
Yeah.
So I want
So,
him right at his eye socket. I lied.
oh, you're gonna go for an aim shot and try to throw him all the way up there into its eye socket?
Nope. I'm gonna greatly miss.
I mean, you never know.
Don't you let not. Don't. I'm very easily persuaded.
I mean, it's just rolling an attack on you Quill's part and you rolling a percentage to see if you nail the shot you're aiming for. You are huge, so it's not as far of a distance as say if you Quill was trying to, at his size, was trying to throw Otis up at it.
Fuck, I should grab Otis.
No.
I throw you Quill throws Otis mid throw.
Yeah, I throw Otis, and then Otis throws Agaricus.
Well, that.
Perception?
Agaricus throws Solar.
Solar,
Only things until we run out of things.
solar strike.
It'll be like that moment in Final Fantasy Advent Children where they all sling Cloud.
Hmm?
Oh man,
It'll just culminate in Agaricus slinging Solar.
Oh man, why not I make this thing gargantuan with wings? I mean, for crying out loud, I wasn't thinking about it.
Like
Screw it, it grows wings, it flies up. It's like now you got to do it.
Yeah, that would be wild. Have so much momentum it flies through the chest.
Yeah,
Screw
too
that.
bad we don't have like the right character builds to really pull something like that off properly in the Final Fantasy way.
Yeah,
You know?
one of you's gonna F that up. Solid. One of you
It'll be
is gonna
Otis.
F
Solidly.
that up. Solid. But we are in the attack, so nobody could be throwing anybody right now anyways. Everybody's just got to play out in an attack, so... So if you don't want to roll a percentage and try to launch you Quill up at its face, and you just want to throw it, go ahead and you Quill roll your attack.
Wait, does Yuko want to be thrown in a specific area of said man?
Well, you should have figured that out during the move action.
That is a good question.
Huh?
Coup.
I was, yeah. I would let you ask him during the move round. During the attack round, I will let you on your own free will, just without even questioning him, just try to lob him at his face because it's technically your attack.
Can I throw him at its neck area?
You're allowed to play as much D&D as you like. Just know if you F this up, you Quill this. Well, you know what? No. Mm-mm. You play as much D&D as you like, and I want to see how this works out. And we will roll the proper dice to figure this out.
Alrighty.
You have my word.
One sec.
What dice do I need to roll? Tell me now.
Well, you Quill needs to roll an attack, but you need to just roll a D100. Depending on if you're trying to be precise. If you're not trying to use a precise shot, basically, you just automatically get the throw because Quill ran up to get thrown in the first place. So there's no opposing strengths or anything, and you're huge, so you're just gonna pick him up and throw him. It's up to you. If you want to be precise about your shot, you roll a D100, and then you just tell me what it is you're trying to. Well, you tell me where you want to throw him, then I'll have you roll the D100.
I'm thinking.
Don't take too long.
Here's a question from Android.
Yeah.
How high are we talking here?
Well, it's gargantuan, so that thing is
Like-
as far as
Yeah,
you're
it's like
concerned.
20, 30 feet in the air.
Again,
Yeah,
look at the chart. Like, look at the chart compared to yourself.
Right. No,
You're the
I
human
mean
in
like
that
how
chart.
high in the air.
Yeah,
Like,
he showed
is
me,
he
he showed
trying
me
to
like,
throw him up like 40, 50 foot,
no, it's more like 20.
100? Oh.
Yeah, like
okay.
20, 30, 25, 30.
Okay.
Yeah, if he, well,
It's
depends on
gonna suck if it goes bad, but it's not,
depending
it's
on
not
where
broken.
he's throwing him to. Like
Yeah.
it may increase depending on like if he was going for the actual eyeball, that would be way up there because your face is almost the tallest point of your body. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, and it's the eye, which is only thing that gets higher than that is my forehead. You know what I'm saying?
I will ask this before I make my attack
Yes, sir.
while he's deciding. Would Eros know whether or not this thing's evil?
Eros would know if this thing was evil.
Is it? That matters.
Yeah.
Hey, heroes. Ask him.
Well, no, he wouldn't. He would just
Yeah.
feel it. He would feel it in his.
Yeah,
in his
it's part of
nature.
the sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
When he
an
wields it. Yeah, when he
thing.
wields it, the sword kind of just lets him know. It's
Oh, okay. I
it's-
thought it was just gonna be a conversation.
it's
No, Eros
odd.
don't really speak anymore. It's just like a feeling.
The magic.
Gotcha.
You get this feeling that the magic it's using is corrupt to an extent, right?
Mhm.
But the wielder in of itself isn't. You don't get the sense that it is good per se, but the
But
wielder
it's not pure evil.
isn't wholeheartedly evil. No. This is let me tell you, if I were going to put it in coloring, it's gray. The whole situation is gray.
It's about to be red as fuck. One way or fucking another.
I'm gonna throw Uquill at his face.
At its face?
Yep.
All right, at the face. Okay, so I need you to roll me a D100.
I think I did that right. Did I do that right?
So this
Yeah.
this since this technically isn't the movement stage, it's too late for me to get Solar ready to catch him. Is that correct?
You would have to ready that action in the.
Okay. I'm
This
just
is why-
making sure.
Okay.
I
It's
figured
fine.
that was the case. That's kind of logical. That's why I'm asking it in that way.
Yeah. Well, and see,
You
this
know,
is my.
I'm just double checking.
And no, it's good because this opens this up for this conversation because I have changed the combat around. Obviously, you guys are seeing the effects of it now. And this is why when I mentioned this in the first place, and it's fine because you won't know until you play it, until you actually do it, and so it's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that as in like you should have listened as much as you
No,
learn
yeah,
as you
I
go.
feel you.
That's why
Don't
I
let
said
him lie.
that, he's
Yep.
lecturing us right now. No, but seriously, this is why I heavily encourage. Listen, this is why I heavily encourage during the move phase. All of you discuss with one another what you want your movements to be and plan it out. So things like that can happen. Like you're like, oh,
This is
great.
going according to plan.
If this wasn't going to work, Solar could be over there ready to transform and catch him. He's going to ready in action to do that. just in case. And I won't be a total jerk about it. Like, if let's say that Uquill doesn't fall from that or whatever, Solar's movement isn't wasted because you're like, he's ready in action to catch him, but if he doesn't, he's gonna Solar Strike. You know what I mean? I will let you ready like a plan and a backup
Alternative.
plan. Yeah, a plan and a backup plan to do this.
Yeah, no,
You see
fair
what I'm
enough.
saying? That way it's
Yeah, that's why I framed the question in that way, because I knew. I was like, ah.
yeah, a 30
Dang
yeah,
it.
a 31 ain't gonna do it. It certainly ain't gonna
Come on,
do
come
it.
What's all the hoopla? It's Uquill getting thrown. It's not Otis. It's Uquill. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but this is why I encourage this. You know what I'm saying? Like you
He'll
guys
be fine.
discussing with one another. What's your best plan of attack?
Yeet
Because
me.
in,
Yeet.
in a boss battle, you won't have to worry about rolls like this. You know what I'm saying? You guys will.
Yeet.
It'll be still opposing. What you call it? Initiatives. It'll just be group
I
initiative.
don't think he
versus
understands.
Group inniveau. I understand. I'm gonna have you roll.
This is
your
not
attack.
Final Fantasy Tactics. This is Yeet.
Yeah. It allows things to move a lot faster if you think about it. But
Well, to
Yeah.
the battle's right.
so he throws the he's
Yes.
got the tuna battle going. So you come running up and Zoltan without even asking just tries to yeet you at his face. At the Woojin's face and completely freaking whiffs it. So what I need you to do.
Hold on. I'm fine with this. How bad is the miss? Like, we're talking about like 20 feet, 30 feet?
He okay, so the that's
Am I
what-
going into his dick? What?
I need you to roll me a reflex save, but before you do that, tell me what you're thinking, and I'll tell you.
Well, depending on like if I'm getting just thrown off into the fucking abyss, I'm shit whipping everything in my arsenal at this motherfucker's face as I go flying. I don't care. I've told you this is fine. I can throw everything in my arsenal at his head. I don't care.
Okay.
I
Fair
just need to
enough.
know the range margin because I can only throw things so far.
Well, we're about to find out if he actually whiffs you past his head or whiffs you into their chest. So, roll me a reflex save, and we'll see.
Reflex. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Start stabbing into his cranium.
This is part of the reason why I couldn't throw anything. I'll throw everything at this fucking.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, he did. He whiffed you. You realize you're getting thrown higher than you had originally planned, and you go up, and then just like way past its face. I mean, just instead of being able to right yourself, like, oh, I'm not even gonna make that. I better just like nose dive into his chest. You go flying right past its head.
Me the fucking.
But I will allow you to just start blasting on your way past its face. Yes, I will allow that because he.
I'm using my grapple.
Oh, you're using your grappling hook. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna grapple on and then.
Savage.
Okay.
Fucking Kratos.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on to that then.
He's going Attack on Titan on this hoe.
Yeah. Yes.
That
He's about to
grapple
do some 3D maneuvering, y'all.
that grapple hook technically counts as a move, so that is ready. That's gonna ready in action.
Oh, since it's a free action, grappling hook can be fired from its locking gauntlets. Grapple
Oh,
wall,
it
trees,
says
etc.
free action on it. Never mind.
I can't attack. Like I can't declare an attack, but I can grapple at something and like latch onto it. This is just basically like.
Fair enough. No. If I
I'm
wrote
not-
free
yeah.
action there, well, no, I wasn't accusing you or nothing. I was just saying like that technically would be an action,
Yeah.
or like a movement action. But I did write free action on there, so it's like, well, then he can just do it and not worry about it. All right,
Nope.
go for it.
Because
Yeah.
it just basically turns it into like this type of situation.
Yeah. Like
Well, you remember I crafted this and I talked to you about it. I want it for all the times that this motherfucker's failed. And somebody's almost died. He's just tired of falling, having to climb again.
Yeah. No, I get it 100%. That this is exactly why we created this for this purpose. So yeah, you just you Batman your way right back over there. You're like, no. Yeah, you grappling hook its shoulder and pull yourself over there. But you will have to. You are now like slapping against its shoulder blade on the back. You're behind it now. You will have to roll a climb to get yourself up there.
You playing Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is
Shadow of the Gargantuan. Excuse me.
this is a fight, y'all. This is a fight.
We're gonna need a Pog to animate every bit of this fight right
Okay,
here.
you're gonna have to hold on that 21, but I will count that roll because that is a good roll. All right.
Okay.
But you'll have to
Oh,
wait for your
you're
move.
good, you're good, you're good.
Yeah, because that's a
Yeah, you're
move.
good.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah, I got ahead of myself.
I understand. It's cool. This is working better than I could have ever planned. That just leaves
I'm gonna
Otis.
ride this horsey.
Yeah, that just leaves Otis and Agaragis with what you guys want to do now.
Can I use my defender again, but on Zoltan?
Yeah, you sure can.
Say
All right, so yeah, so Agaragis, you watch as Uquill just goes flying past that thing's body and kind of disappears because nobody can see behind it what Uquill is doing to get back into the fight. And yeah, and you guys are just like, oh, Agaragis, you're just like, oh, boom, and Zoltan, you watch as like an invisible barrier flashes before your eyes for a minute, like covering you in a shell, just whoom, and then disappears again. But by this time you know that's coming from Agaragis, so you're not all like, what the heck was that? Like you were the last time.
What a lad.
Yeah, what a lad. Yeah. Otis, what would you like to do? You have a bit of a different vantage point at this state. You do see Uquill go flying past that thing's head. You watch, but you're at such an elevation that you see the freaking grappling hook back up onto his shoulder, and watches Uquill like zip lines himself back onto its back. So you know that Uquill is he's still alive. He's still alive.
Can I see that he's about to cast a spell, the Wujin?
You do see that. You do.
I'm
see
going to
that.
counterspell it for one.
You're going to counterspell it? Okay.
Yeah. And then I want to flank strike in a way that it doesn't hit Uquill, just him.
Are you capable of doing that?
Well,
Just cast it.
I'll remind you, by the way, though. I'll remind you something that and I'll just tell you this because this was something that Otis did know that I'm going to remind you of. Uquill is immune to fire. Like, fire does not affect him at all.
oh, then screw it. I'm going all out on it.
If anything, it's gonna make his nipples hard. He's like, I'm hailing fire!
Give me
PK fire!
Give me one, yeah, give me one. TK fire! TK fire! TK fire your rear end right off the freaking side of the edge and not be able to blast your booty hole back. Oops!
I've done this goddamn hard work!
We got too excited.
Game!
TK Thunder!
Yeah. Yes, we all know it's TK Thunder. Originally, thank you.
No. You use the thunder to blast yourself in the butt so you can go back
Yeah,
up.
so you don't
we were
fall.
talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Use that's your up B. Your side B is the fire. You're right.
I know, but
But you use the bat to finish him off.
Yeah, that's your smash. Your smash attack.
that's your smash when we smash.
Yeah,
You
I like
hit him with
that.
the beam.
Let me smash.
You
Oh.
dink him with the bat.
Otis, roll me a D100 real fast.
Bro, I might make you cool a bat.
Okay,
arsenal.
so it is
That'd be
going
savage.
to when you counterspell it, right?
Mhm.
But that's a divine spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, never
It's
mind.
from the
I was gonna have it
armor.
counterspell. Yeah, I was gonna have it counterspell you back, but never mind. You're using divine magic. Dang it. Okay, so it's just gonna take that. It's just gonna take that one on the chin then. Do your damage.
All right, and
Ooh.
I'm still in range for the swing of battle, right?
No, well, I mean there is, as long as you can hear it, which you would still be able to hear it.
Cool.
You're not so far
And
away.
it's doubled.
Yep.
And it's doubled. Good grief. Oh my goodness.
Got
Yeah.
a question for you.
What's that?
And does wild shape count as elemental or just animals when I shapeshift?
Wild shape is animals.
Alrighty.
What kind of question is that? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll just wait it here. I'll just see if I can spells as an elemental.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wait,
Wanted to
Huh.
cast a spell as an elemental.
Oh, elementals. Well, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah, because you're not quite that. Yeah.
I have to talk to Andrew.
Don't your elementals though? Don't they have special abilities that they can do?
Yeah,
Good.
but I wanted to do something.
What were you trying to do?
I was gonna walk up to it and use let me go read it. I was gonna go give it a hug and then blow up.
You were gonna try and self-destruct on it? Oh.
Possibly.
Well, I mean, he's like, everybody run! I've got this! It's like, dang, dude, you just got engaged, you idiot. What are you doing?
And he realized the error of his ways, and this is out.
Yeah. Well. But you do have power roll, and that will count as an attack.
Let's go soon.
Yeah, it
No,
won't be able to evade it. So, I mean, because that thing is way too big to evade it.
Dude, I want to make Echo's fucking backhand bad.
All right, so, but, so Otis, you're flying upon Cassius, and it's chanting a spell, and you counterspell it. You just, nope, not there. You know, just reach out your hand and just kind of. It's almost like you snatch
You reach
them
out with the divine hand and stuff it back down its throat.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. You just take the magic and just boop, right out its booty hole. It's like, oh, what was that? Yeah. And the Woojin looks completely confused by this for a minute, and then it looks around for a minute, just in time for you, Otis, to call upon Obad High, and you stretch your hand to the sky and call down a pillar of fire, just right down on top of its head. You Quill, you're currently like hanging on its back, and you just see a torrent of fire just come washing over your body, and you know,
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
yeah, you're like, oh, Otis is back. That's right.
it's like I thought shit just got real, but everybody's gonna be fine. Maybe.
Yeah.
Flashbacks of grimmer tides hit me as I utter these words.
And doing the 62 points of damage on it, and it's just just takes that whole blast, and you watch as its magic is just doing its best to defend against some of that damage. But when it's all said and done, Otis, it looks right at you now. Just
Otis just gonna give it a little wave.
Cassius is just like, I do believe you got his attention.
Indeed. Hope you're ready to dodge.
Yeah. Dodge, duck, dive, dip, dodge. Yes. It's move round, guys. Everybody gets to move. I'm going to go ahead and roll this D4.
Euclid's climbing.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. What else is everybody doing? Yeah. You Quill, hold off on that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you rolled that. You rolled that
Yeah.
21. So yeah, you begin hiking your way up its shoulder blade, trying to get back up top onto its shoulder. Like, oh, you just wait.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right there.
You're about 3/4 of the way up there. You're not quite there yet, but you're about 3/4 of the way up there.
Do we at this point know if it's going to attack us first?
No, you don't. No, I'm not. I will. Well,
Okay.
I'll tell you what I just rolled.
Well then,
I'll tell you what I just.
well then, I am going to ready one of 2 actions in that case.
it's
For Solar.
it's gonna get to attack you guys first after this round. It's actually going to get to attack and move. So should I want it to?
Okay, then I'm gonna ready one of 2 actions for Solar. I'm going to get him ready to either turn into his mount form to catch you, Quill, if he falls, or he is going to turn to steel form and attack him, or fly up and attack him
Okay,
if
so
he,
the only caveat to that
Gets
is
the
that
opportunity.
Solar has no idea what happened to you, Quill. He watched him fly up and over. Solar isn't as high up as, say, Otis and Cassius. He's more, because you said
Oh, right.
originally that he was
I
hovering
figured he was
around-
like 10 foot above, maybe
Yeah, no, you said he was hovering around.
at
The way I took it, was
Around
he was hovering
Zoltan,
around
yeah.
Zoltan, so he's about at Zoltan's level. But not even Zoltan knows what happened to you, Quill, when they watched him go flying over his shoulder. So,
right.
if you want, you can have Solar fly over and see if you Quill's okay, and I'll allow that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not really
that
worried
that
about.
works then.
I'm not really worried about tax of opportunity or being in somebody's threatened range, because technically everybody's in this thing's threatened range right now.
You're
so-
right. There's no being out of its threat range.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no being any of that. The only way it's going to get an attack of opportunity on any of you right now is if you seriously try to run away from it far enough away to get out of its threat range. I'm going to have it reach out and see if it can't swat you like a fly first. Reach out,
Right.
reach out and touch someone. Yeah.
Fair
Come
enough.
on, just to
Well, in
say
that
hi.
case, yeah.
Okay.
In that case, yeah, I'll have Solar fly around and kind of scout to make sure Uquill is okay before he readies his action to do one of those 2 things,
Okay, so he flies around and sees Uquill. Yeah, sees that Uquill. He flies around the thing's back and he sees that Uquill is climbing up its shoulder, like its shoulder blade.
Yeah.
That he's
Plan A, as it were, is to switch to steel form and attack it, and Plan B is to switch to mount form and catch Uquill if he can, assuming he is able to if he gets hit or whatever.
Right. So you're gonna ready that action then.
Yes.
Okay, so, you can see that Uquill isn't falling yet. Yeah, as he begins his ascent up, he makes it about 3/4 of the way up. Do you still want to ready the action to turn into mount form and catch him, or would you rather him change to steel form now and, attack when he can?
So I can't ready it in case after he attacks.
Well, you can ready it, but it won't be till next round. After this next round's worth of attacking, that you can go with the plan to turn into mount form. Because as it stands right now, Uquill ain't falling. He's still got another turn before he's going to be up on this thing's shoulder. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
what I'm saying is I guess a simpler way of putting that, and I'm sorry I made it all convoluted, you can wait an entire another round and just ready Solar there and hold on to those two actions. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
During
That's
during the attack round, that means Solar will not be able to turn into steel and attack until he knows for sure that Uquill is up on that shoulder safely.
okay, yeah. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I was just having trouble kind of understanding that.
I wasn't explaining it very well, so
I feel you though. Yeah, you're good.
you'll have another round of this before, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so this
Gotcha,
coming attack round, you're just ready, you're still ready in an action. Uquill is still climbing, which leaves Zoltan, Otis, and a Garrigus. And Android, I assume you're still just over there jamming out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Android's jamming out.
Yeah. So, who wants to go? You that's up to you three. You three need to figure it out now. Zoltan,
All right.
Otis, and Agaragis. What do you guys want to do?
Okay. Can I use my thunder ability again, but on Otis?
Roll me a spot. Just roll me a spot to see if you spot Otis, because he did fly up and out. So, maybe you can spot maybe you can spot him, maybe you can't. We'll do that. I'll let that decide. We'll let the D&D gods decide the fate with the die. Roll the bones. You're kind of looking around, but you don't really actually see Otis. You know, he just kind of flew up, and there's just where he's positioned and the sunlight and everything. You can't quite pinpoint him well enough to be able to. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised too. Normally, you nail these checks. I'm quite disappointed this time, Agaragis. I want you to.
It's because Otis.
My disappointment is palatable. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You still have. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it.
I don't suppose she would see Solar either, would she?
No, Solar
Because
flew around.
he's
yeah.
flown away at this point.
Yeah. But you still have your mood ring that you can. Well, that's pretty much a free action. You still have your spore blasts. You still have things that you can do.
Things.
And technically, the buckler thing shouldn't have worn off yet, because he's technically he hasn't even been attacked yet. So keep that in mind. Technically, you shouldn't even need to adjust that yet. That wears off after the attack round. After this coming attack round, because you did it to him last round. Oh yeah, but he didn't attack, so yeah, it would be. That's right. Yeah. It chose not to attack.
Is it? All right. I'm gonna put someone else up to that because I gotta think about what I gotta do.
Okay. Otis and Zoltan, it is your guys' turn still. And you know, I'll allow this crosstalk to an extent, like table talk to an extent, unless it starts getting too meta. But I'll allow you guys to talk with one another and kind of defer. And you don't have to wait for me to like indicate to you directly, you know, just whoever wants to go first, go. You know?
But I do have a question.
What's that?
When it comes to summoning and dismissing Cassius, is there like a cooldown on that? Say I wanted to dismiss him and then resummon him within a few seconds after?
No. No, there's not so much a cooldown to it. There is just a limited time that he can exist within being summoned. Before it's like he's got to go back and rest. You don't really quite understand the process yet, but there isn't a cooldown. However, it doesn't, like if you desummon him and then resummon him, that doesn't reset that rest either. It's not like he's
that's
instantly
fine.
rested and blah blah.
But Otis doesn't have a clue on how long he's able to stay yet, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, that's fine.
He doesn't really
Alright,
know how
so-
any of this works yet. Although Cassius did kind of tell you when he was explaining it to you that eventually I have to go back.
Yeah,
know,
I just wasn't given a time frame.
It will make me exhausted. Yeah.
So I want to ready 2 different actions depending on what happens. So I know that the Wujin is now focused on me. Should he attack with some magic that is easy-ish to dodge, I want to dismiss Cassius midair, fall for a few seconds, and then resummon him
Okay.
to try to dodge said attack. Now, if it's something that I cannot dodge, I want to summon Blinker and attempt to blink to safety,
All right.
which I know that it isn't always 100% you can do, but
Right. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So you're gonna begin that. So you're gonna ready those actions.
I'm just
Zoltan,
going to tell Cassius to be prepared.
he's like, radio.
Excuse me. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I got really quiet when you said my name. Scared me.
Oh no, I said you, and then yeah, you could do.
Oh, well, I'm gonna wait. And hopefully, Uquil's alright, and if I see Uquil safe, I'm gonna do improved bull rush.
Okay, so you're gonna do the you're gonna go for that roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're readying your what is that roll called? Power roll or whatever.
And
Wait.
improve. Yeah, I have to. I don't know how I roll it. But.
It's basically just an improved bull rush, but if it's successful, it does quite a lot of damage, and yeah, you're not gonna be able to knock the thing prone or anything like that, but you'll do some damage if you hit it at least.
Alright.
All right, which you will hit it because it's too big to evade this anyways. So you're basically just gonna wait till you see Uquil and then do your power roll.
See?
Okay, Agaragus, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I activate my cat's grace with my move ring?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, and then I was going to, I want to be, am I close enough to the worm thing? Whatever.
Yeah, it's not a worm.
I
It's just a
Worm, it's
graphic.
like a, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah.
Close enough to blast it.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying
Oh
to?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're more than. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would like to do.
Okay. So rolling a thing is really huge, but roll a range touch attack. We're gonna do it like this. I can't just be giving everybody free hits like that, but roll a range touch attack. Actually,
Okay.
no, you know what? Just roll your damage. Just roll your damage. This thing is so freaking massive. There's no freaking
Well,
way.
if you want, we can wait for like the attack round. You know, she can just ready the action to attack it or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you're
You know,
basically
since she
readying.
doesn't necessarily want to move, she's on my shoulder. She wants to just kind of,
Yeah, so her
get ready
movement
to
was
blast it.
yeah, her movement as a free action was turning on the cat's grace, and then she's gonna
Yeah,
blast
and
it.
just get prepared to blast it when we come to the attack round.
Okay, well we're still on the move round because the Woojin gets to move this round because I rolled a 4. So
Right.
it's gonna start walking a little bit and get itself to a bit more of a favorable conditions, I guess you could say. It's going to step out of the palace, just and get itself more of to an open space, making it less clustered with everybody just
You hear you cool, but
oh, God. Yeah.
we out here, man.
Oh no. Yeah. Speaking of which, that brings me up to my next point, but I wasn't quite done with its movement yet, but I do have something I need you to roll for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it moves and it just kind of it takes one step, which is, for its size, acts as a very large step, but comes stepping out of the palace and now is sitting to your guys' left outside of the actual room. And you can just see the multitudes of people out there just freaking out now because when it moved, it broke off some more ceiling and just which brings me up to another point that I have here in a minute. But some people are going to need to roll some things. I'm going to need, and then it just stands there. Now to finish its movement, I'm going to need you, Quill, to roll me a climb. This isn't to see if he climbs up anymore, just to see if he can actually hold on and not accidentally lose his footing. And actually roll me a balance is really what I need.
Both or one?
No, just roll me the balance.
Oh God.
Okay, so you Quill, you lose.
I need you to understand. I can't get much. It's a
This is-
3.
This
My
is why
balance
I
is
ready.
all of a 3.
Well, to be fair, you don't really fall off the Woojin as much as you just lose your footing. I want you to think like you're what was that called? Paraclimbing up the side of this thing's back, So you lose your
Yeah.
footing and you slide down a few feet down its back, just and now you're farther away. You're like, you went from being 3/4 to halfway up it now.
All right.
I need Solar to roll me a reflex.
Okie dokie.
Luckily, he's still in his most agile form.
Give me 1 second to find it, because I'm dumb.
Okay. All right. So the when it moved, it knocked more of the ceiling down and from behind it, right? That it was. I want you to think like it was kind of just leaning against like the actual like ceiling of the palace. You know what I mean? And the only thing
Nice.
keeping that to it, was it's like the fact that it was like just pretty much pressed against it. But as it moved, it knocked more of the ceiling like down. And because Solar was directly behind it, kind of floating around, huge chunks of ceiling just come flying down at Solar, and Solar just starts whipping around doing like little barrel rolls and backflips and stuff, just like, oh no, this is not good. And crack as chunks of that ceiling just come down. But Solar fortunately manages to evade most of those chunks or all those chunks coming down at him. He's just a little bit dusty now, which he just kind of shakes off of his feathers.
What a guy.
Yeah, that was a really good roll. So now it's going to attack, and the Woojin is starting to put 2 and 2 together of what's happening here. So the first thing it does is it looks directly at Otis, and it yeah. Let me make sure I'm reading that right before I pull this off. Where are you?
Over there.
Over there. All right, this is gonna take too long to look that up. So this way. So I am just gonna look it up this way. Oh my gosh, wait, what?
That's not good.
I'm getting a little nervous here.
I don't like that.
Wait.
Okay.
Nothing right.
Okay, so it looks out at you, Otis,
And
and
he's dead.
because of the size of its hand and everything, it bangs the 10. Yeah, a 50-foot cloud, right? It looks like a thick, dark smoke cloud, but inside that cloud, you can see burning embers, like you would see in wood or at a campfire when the wood pops and all those embers come out with the smoke. It looks like that. It's about a 50-foot cloud around, and it just comes rushing out at you. You can roll a reflex, but you did ready that action, so
I'm trying to see how high up was I again? I meant to ask earlier and I forgot.
So you flew 40 feet up into the air, and you went about, what I say, about, you said about 20 feet out. So you're about 60, so you're about, well, you're 40 feet up in the air, and from its location, you're, well, like I said, it's got a 35-foot range on you, right? But because it moved, I would say you're no longer, well, yeah, you're within swiping distance of it, so you're probably about like 25 feet away from it.
I don't think the dismissing one's going to work. I'll hit the ground before I can get him back out.
You are allowed a reflex for half damage. You can roll just a reflex to see if you can just zoop around it.
I kind of want to attempt the secondary option that I had, pulling Blinker out.
And just blinking out. You go for it.
So yeah, I quickly summon Blinker and point his attention to the cloud and try to convince him to blink us somewhere else.
So you summon Blinker, and the second you do that, Cassius gets summoned back into the book, and you go falling with Blinker, and Blinker just looks at you as you guys are falling, and he goes, "Rup!" and starts licking your face. What do you? You're falling fast. What do you say to him?
I want to force his head to look down at the ground to see how quickly it's coming out, and then point him back to me like, "You want to do something?"
It goes and starts just licking your face like it hasn't seen you forever. You can just feel yourself getting dangerously close to the ceiling.
I'm going to proceed to scream to blink.
You want to give me a?
I can attempt to. It's not going to be as loud as you like because I do have neighbors, but God damn it!
You feel yourself get dangerously close to the roof of the palace just before it's like it shakes its tail and then blinks away, and when it blinks, you're just boom, standing on top of the palace with Blinker sitting next to you, and he's just sitting down, like it's sitting, and he's wagging his tail, and he's like nudging your hand with his nose, trying to forcefully put your hand on his head for a pet. He's like,
I want to make sure I'm out of danger first from the cloud. If I am, yeah.
You completely missed the cloud. The cloud.
Okay, I am giving him all the pets. I'm kissing him.
I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. I will still have you roll me a reflex, just to see if you took any damage at all, because of what you did just now. I will say if you managed to, if you succeed this reflex, I'm not going to make you take half. You take no damage. If you miss this reflex, I'm only going to have you take half the damage. Oh yeah, I say that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not going to be right either though. That's yeah.
Nice.
Wait, I forgot I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
This one's funny.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that doesn't really apply though, does it? I mean, does it?
But it doesn't apply. But it doesn't apply.
But it doesn't apply.
Nicholas Dennis. But it doesn't apply.
Poison.
It's Pog's favorite.
Can't tie my shoes, but I can fuck your bitch.
Such a family-friendly show. So you
Always.
take, yeah, always. So you take, you take 13 points of damage. Sorry. That is a high-level Wujin spell.
And Yuquil's thing still applies, though, right?
What thing?
The damage reduction.
To magic, it's magic resistance. Well, how much magic resistance does he have?
3 points.
3. So you would take 24 points of damage. Or my bad, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Sorry?
You take 10 points of damage.
I was about to say,
You
how did
take
go from
99
13 to 20?
Because you think you're clever. No, you take 10 points of damage. which isn't
You
isn't
take
so bad.
700 points of damage.
Yeah, you just
65 million.
Drop dead.
You
Well, you know, at least we have
spontaneously
3 episodes. Bye,
combust.
guys.
remember that time that Tyrone only had like 15 hit points starting off or something like that. Some crazy.
And you like stealth attacked him, backstabbed him, and freaking dealt like over 100 damage to him in one go.
It was 37
pieced him
points.
up.
It was 37 points of damage, but that
Nah. You iced my boy Tyrone out cold.
iced him hard. Iced him
You
hard.
iced him out cold, boy.
Yeah. I was like, and what did we learn here? What did we
Yeah.
learn? I've been
Dead
saying
to
this entire
right.
time. I've been saying this entire time. You can't see the guy who's hiding. I said it every round.
He stuck a Bowie knife through his freaking spinal column.
Yeah. Just effed him off. Yeah, that was great. Good times. Yeah, so Otis, even though
Dead
all
to
that
right.
happens, you do take a little bit of embers to the face, which leave a little bit of burns on you, but nothing terrible. But you walk away feeling a little smoky from that char. As soon as it blasts that ember cloud, now that cloud is still like just hovering around in the same area that you were in, and it's a 50-foot wide around cloud, just hanging out. The Woojin,
Would the Woojin have seen me do all that, or would he think that he killed me?
this Woojin's not hard to hit, but it is a massive freaking being, so I think it saw all that take place, yes. I want to believe that it did see all that take place. But on your move action, you're more than welcome to try and stealth away or get out of its, you know what I'm saying? You're more than, this is a massive being, and it will, like, it still isn't even aware that Quill is grappled onto its shoulder.
Nice.
So, like,
Gangsta.
but it's going to take its second attack because it's using magic. And
Because it's awful and it hates us.
yeah, it's going to because it's awful and it hates me so much.
Archbell.
Well, let me make sure I read this correctly now.
No.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Oh, for an 80-foot radius? Oh my god.
Nah, I want to counterspell that too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, was your counter spell that is a free action, right? I wrote that down as
Yeah,
a free
it's
action.
like instant.
It's instant. Okay, so it does the cloud, and then it goes to cast something else, and Otis, you counterspell it then?
Yeah, I'm counterspelling.
It drops the cloud down on your head. Just think I'm playing? It does. I am not even capping when I say that. So you counterspell it, and it just says, "Oh," and drops it down on you in Blinker, the freaking cloud. Go ahead and roll me another reflex, my dude. Well, that was a little better. Oh, I am tripping. My bad. I almost really just effed you.
Hooray.
Ah. Doing practically freaking nothing. for 4 points of freaking damage on you.
Is that with Yuku's thing or?
Yeah,
without it?
that's with everything. Yeah, that's
Okay.
with taking half damage and Yuquil's magic resistance. Yes. You basically saw that coming down and you said, "Oh no!" after you counter, like it goes to spell it, and again a celestial hand just comes, a divine hand just comes out, shoves the spell right back down its freaking gullet, and it just drops the freaking cloud on you, and you're like, "Oh crap!" and you roll out of the way. Now roll a reflex for Blinker. Or I guess he can just blink. If you really want him to. I'll open that option up for you. He could just blink.
Let him blink.
Yeah. All right. Well, where does he blink to? Just right next to you?
Yeah.
All right. So you roll out of the way.
That-
Yeah. Again, you get a little singe, but you're like, oh, my armor's getting a little hot. And Blinker just whoop, whoop, right over to you. And yeah. And the Woojin is now eyeing you very critically. But we are now in the next set of moves. We are in the next move round, everybody. Oh, you guys are so freaking lucky Otis counterspelled that. Okay. Oh, wait, did everybody get to attack? Nobody's gotten to attack yet.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Everybody attack. I just remembered. That's right. It gets to attack first if it gets to attack. Go ahead and attack, everybody. Do whatever attacks feels right to you now.
I'm doing another flame strike.
Who all was going to attack?
Agaragis was going to, which Agaragis you still can. If anything, that Woojin is way more visible to you now than it. Well, I wouldn't say that, but I would say that you can definitely see it.
Fair enough.
Agaragis was going to. Otis is attacking. I think Zoltan
You will
was.
cast climb.
Yeah, you'll have to wait till the move round.
I said I cast climb. That's my attack.
Zoltan was readying his power roll. I don't know if he still wants to do that or if he wants to wait on seeing you Quill again. I don't know. He readied it. He is allowed to use it. I won't say, oh, you've got to wait. You said you'd wait till you saw you Quill. I will let you use the option B and say, well, I don't see you Quill yet, so I'm going to roll. You know what I mean?
Right.
All this other stuff going on. Solar has no vision of Uquill now whatsoever. He has no idea what's happening to Uquill. Last he saw
Fair
Uquill,
enough.
Uquill was like sliding down its back a little bit and just kind of flapping against it. Against the mid of its back. And then he's like, oh shoot, stuff. So Solar's
Things and stuff.
Okay. Well, we good for Agaricus to roll then?
yeah, Agaragis is good to roll. Otis may roll because he's doing flame strike.
I actually changed my mind.
Oh,
I am not going to attack.
oh, just roll your damage, Agar. Well, at this distance, yeah. Touch. Which you still hit. I mean,
Just touch it.
yeah. I'll have you still roll the attacks in case you get a critical fail.
Oh.
Yeah, failure.
Yeah, a critical fail on something like that would be hilarious.
How do I roll my?
Don't F up. In a fight like this, oh, don't F up.
Let me go find my stuff still.
Oh, by the way, oh yeah, you hit, by the way. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I can give it the hit too. The fire hawk. Anyways,
45. Is that including the tuna battle?
Yes.
Okay, so that's all of it. Okay.
May I ask how I roll for my improved bull rush?
You don't have to. You're just gonna roll the damage.
Okay.
So whatever that damage is, go ahead and roll that damage.
2d 12 plus 5 or plus 8.
Sure. I
Kinda-
believe you.
I'm breaking the roll 20. I've broken roll 20. Whoops. I've made roll 20 into a white screen.
You're such a tool.
So you said it was still cool for Solar to switch to steel form and attack, or is the swapping to steel form not the move?
No, that's a free action.
Okay, I couldn't remember if him like swapping forms was a free action or not.
Yeah, that's a free action if I remember correctly. So he can swap forms, but he may have to wait to move to get over there to do any kind of damage.
Okay, we're
But yes, he is definitely allowed to swap forms as he wants. So he Solar sits there for a minute and kind of hunkers down, and the celestial steel alloy looking substance just covers his body, and he just when the light breaks off of him like shattered glass, and he is now in his steel armor. And he's like, "This is getting too dangerous." That's what he says. This is getting way too dangerous.
How does what do I do to add the tune of battle?
You just type in /R, and it would be what, 66?
yes.
Yeah, so /R, roll the regular damage, and then plus 66.
I think I might have did that correctly. Maybe. I don't think so.
No, that's right.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, so
You
you
just
come.
suck.
So technically, I know this power roll seems like it's movement, but because it actually acts as a form of an attack, he can actually do this. It's kind of like Josh in the system a little bit that I have set up, but it will work. If it were just a regular bull rush, he would have to wait till the movement turn to do it. But because this actually does damage, he just curls up, and you guys watch as he becomes this rolling ball of fire, and it just right up outside of the freaking palace, down the courtyard a few, like, what's considerably a few more steps for him, but not that many in conjunction to the freaking Woojin, and he just boom smashes right into one of its freaking shins, and it just as it catches on fire a little bit, and it starts putting it out, doing 41 points of damage. He goes, "No, you just suck."
Facts.
Well, dang. Tell us how you really feel.
Ass as hell. He ass as hell.
Well, nobody's taken extreme damage yet. Otis sure is using up all his spells to freaking counterspell this thing, though.
I mean, if it keeps us alive.
Yes, yes. Yes, Lebowski.
Huh?
My plans. Yeah. So, yeah, yep. Okay. Moving on to the next move round. You guys move.
So,
Fuck! Climb, you bastard.
All right, so yeah, you're just huffing it up there, you Quill. You're just huffing it up there.
Can I see you, Quill? where I
No, you not from where you are, not now.
Okay.
No,
So where am I?
you're kind of at you're at almost you're not at eye level. You're at like neck level with it, I guess you could say. Not even that really.
Wait,
You're more at like
Does that
chest
even
level.
have-
You're more at chest level with it.
Oh shit! Hold on.
It
That
is-
actually might be higher. Hold on.
Oh, okay. It has moved out of the palace and now is standing in the palace courtyard. And he's off
I'm
to your
using it.
left now. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that's actually 21.
Oh, 21?
Because
Oh.
I'm using the gauntlet to assist me, and I forgot it gives me a +5.
Oh,
And
you
that's
fall. No,
Titties!
okay, so you get yeah. Oh no! I should have stuck with the 16. You I don't know how that's better. No, you make it 3/4 up the way, up there again. So you're about back where you started, just a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say, just for giggles, you know what I mean? Yeah, just for giggles, right? And I'm gonna give you this option. However, if you fail, it's gonna, high risk, high rewards.
Oh, you know
what I'm
me.
saying? Oh yeah, I do know you. That's why I'm offering this. Let me look at something real quick in your deal, the Chingadetta, if it ever wants to load for me. Yeah. I will allow you to roll a.
2 hours later.
You shut your mouth, boy. I don't know who you think you are. No. Seriously though,
2
I will allow
hours
you to
later.
roll a jump. And what I'm gonna say with that is because you're paracording basically.
Yeah.
If you kick out far enough, I will say that you're just gonna kind of jump and see if you can't kick yourself off far enough to just kind of arc yourself higher.
Swing in.
Yeah, to just kind of swing in like you won't land completely. Hey.
I like the way you did it. Hey! Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
You didn't even know what the failure was. What if
Yeah.
that's a fail right there? If that's a
Bro,
fail
that's
right
half the fun.
there. All right.
Yuko lives vicariously on the edge of danger.
Okay, roll me a reflex.
It's just like, oh, la, 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 la. Reflexy. That's better.
Okay, so
Like
you
a ninja.
you kick out and zip line yourself back in as close as you can, and you catch a hold of where your hook actually like grappled, which is going to put you right at its shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
right at its shoulder. Go ahead and roll me a strength. See if you can't pull yourself up there. Now, granted, I know the modifiers don't roll typically high, so I'm not looking for an outrageous number here. Just something decent.
Oh, boy. Roll. There we go.
All right, that's pretty freaking decent for a strength check. So you pull yourself up onto its shoulder, and you're just up there now, just kind of rolling over, just like, and it looks over at you and flicks you right off. No, I'm just kidding. Just turns
I
its head and
wish
goes,
it would.
just shakes that dirt off its shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, just no. No, it's still not even really aware of you as it stands right now.
So I'm on its shoulder. Can I attack from here?
Yeah. Yeah, you sure can.
Daddy wants to.
All right, well, you're going to have to wait for the attack round.
Okay. The Wujin's still focused on Otis, though, right?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
here.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Wujin's really pissed at Otis now.
Good, good.
I'm supposed to be pissed at me.
Otis is just gonna stay next to Blinker, ready to blink out of the way again, should it need.
All right. Where are you wanting to go? You're going to have that planned out.
Okay.
With
We're
Blinker.
gonna blink to the ground.
Blink to the ground. All right. Roll me a handle animal. $24. What's 1 plus 1? 21? You stupid. All right, so you're like petting Blinker and kind of showing him where you want to go, and he's just like licking your face, and you don't know if this is getting through to his head or not. He's "Arr!" And his tail is just wagging all crazy, and he's just licking your whole grill.
Oh, I'm petting him back.
Yeah. Android had Solar turn metal form. It is a Gargus and Android in general. I imagine Android's still just rocking the night away. But
Well,
yeah.
here's a question.
Yes.
You said we're in this like hall area, and that was outside of the bed chamber. Is that correct, or we're
No, you
technically
guys are
in the bed chamber?
You guys are in the bed chamber. Just as a
Yeah.
point of
Okay.
reference, yeah, like Mazaru is still up on top of her like podium like structure, you know, it's like a pyramid, a half pyramid built into the wall with many steps. We're talking like some crazy amount of steps, like 17 steps, all the way up to this like little platform that she sleeps up on with pillows and stuff. And Lao D is on the stairway, and he's just looking so beat up at this point. That's why he hasn't been helping you. Like he looks like he's suffering damage. You know what I mean?
You
Right.
did put the heal that I
Okay,
put on him
yeah.
last time, right?
Huh?
You did put the heal on him that I did last session, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's still looking extremely exhausted. Like he's just
I'm gonna say Android is gonna start moving that direction. You know, I'm not sure exactly how far away he is in relation to where I am now, but he's
Towards-
gonna at least move toward Loudy.
Loudy. Okay, so you're moving. So it's on the far wall. When you guys entered, off to your right
Yeah.
was the far wall where all that's built onto, and then the Wujin exited out the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just one solid square room, basically, that was pretty large, but not large enough to contain a gargantuan beast of destruction. You know what I mean? So,
No, she said it was gargantuan.
yeah, it is. It's gargantuan. It is gargantuan. It is.
Ay, papi.
Yeah.
Chile más grande, güey. Ay.
All right, so
Look at you calling it a shaft as if it's massive or something.
so from where you were
It's probably more like a pencil.
So from
Hell
where you
yeah.
were from where you were hiding, it was probably about like 30 feet away, if that. About 30 feet away. So you move over to the staircase, or to the stair podium, the stair pyramid. Does it work?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you're just rocking there. Okay, so Agaragis goes with you to do that. And because Agaragis technically is like, you know, Master Blaster.
Wow.
Basically like riding your shoulders. Um, is
Hell
there,
yeah.
is there? Yeah, I mean, basically, right? Um, thank you. That actually applied. Um, in a weird sort of way, although not in the way I wanted it to. Agaragis, but you still get movement. So if you're not wanting to follow Android, you don't have to.
I'm okay with following Android for now.
Okay. Okay, so Agaragis and Android end up over at the stair pyramid. With Laudi just sitting on the stairs, just completely. He's like more than halfway up the stairway. He's up as close to Mazaru now as almost as possible without being up on. I'd say he's probably like 5 or 4 steps just down from her as he's laying up there. Yes. Sultan, Otis is preparing. Uquil made it up there. Is there anything you want to prepare? Agaragis? Anything else you want to do? You've got your cat's grace going right now.
Is there like an enemy nearby us that I can just like spray, like a drive-by spray?
There's just the big one.
Yeah, there's
There's
just a
the boss.
there's just a giant hole in the wall now with entire ceiling chunk of it. Just a whole chunk of this palace, of this room, has just been destroyed out of there, and you can see outside now onto the palace courtyard and down into the crowd and of people, and just standing there is this giant Woojin who's currently in a battle of wills with Otis, who you just watched Zoltan roll into its foot.
Nice.
Mad at me.
And I did a roll like Foley.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the enemy right there. You've only got one enemy, but it's a pretty serious enemy.
Okay, if I'm in range. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. If I'm in range, I would like to go ahead and attack. Yeah.
Just ready the action to attack, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So you get ready to spore blast it again, just, readying that up. That's everybody's movements. Now to the attack. It doesn't get to move this round, it only gets to attack. So I've been hitting 3s and 4s, so we're looking pretty good here. It's gonna turn with its magic, and instead of moving the cloud over towards Otis again, it's going to call up a wall of ice in front of him. Just a because you're standing on top of the ceiling, so, or on top of the palace's roof, so it just calls up a 25-foot wall of ice, just right across. No circle or nothing crazy like that, just a straight wall of ice, just right in front of you, Otis.
Damn, would that just give him the cold shoulder?
Yeah, basically.
Dang.
Then it looks at the palace itself, and it looks down, and actually, technically, yeah. Oh yeah, that was the shin. Never mind. Yeah, because you're a big boy. Then it looks down at the palace itself, and it realizes everything that's going on, and it creates an earthquake inside the palace. Standing at open ground takes 100. Okay. I need Otis to roll me a balance. Otis and Blinker, or Blinker can just blink again. You know what I'm saying? Like he had planned originally. But I do.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, but I do need Android and a Garrigus to roll me balance checks as well. Well, we're gonna roll balances first.
Okay, so just start with balance.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Otis?
I was going to go ahead and go with the original plan. Try to blink to the ground
Okay, so
on the side of the ice wall where he is the Wujin.
yeah. So Otis, you feel the ground begin to shake and you kind of point at the ground and Blinker licks you and then blinks you to the ground. Just boom, boom, right there. Like, how far away do you want to be? Like, do you want to be just straight to the ground, like from there, just directly down, or do you want to be closer? Or
I want to be a little bit away from the building,
okay,
so about 15 feet from the buildings.
okay, which puts you within like 15 feet of the Wujin itself. Okay, so you just boop, boop,
Cool.
there. I guess an android. Okay, okay, so Android, you feel the ground begin to rock, and you manage to keep your balance, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Agaragis goes falling off your shoulders though, just and and rolling
Like a
away.
toddler.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, you just hit Agaragis and roll away. Roll me, both of you now roll me reflex saves.
Ah. You roll me a reflex. Saves.
I am the reflex save.
Okay.
Aw, I'm dead.
We fall in the hole.
Agaricus lives. I missed the margin by 2 points. I'm dead. I'm just dead. My head is smashed by a rock.
Well,
Nah, I'm dead.
not,
You just say it. Just say it.
not quite.
Just break it to me.
Not quite. Not quite. So. Okay, so both of you. Oh my gosh. Both of you take 38 points of damage. Well, you do have well, no. That you guys aren't even close to that no more. And in fact, Zoltan, you're not even close to Uquill to get his ability much anymore either. I didn't even think about that. I've been giving you all that spell resistance. You are nowhere near 30 feet close to that, man.
Thought I hit that mansion.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, both the Agaragis and Android, you take 38 points of damage. But Android, you take it from falling rubble.
38.
Yeah, you take 38 points of damage. You take it from falling rubble, but you manage to get out of the way. I'm going to need you to roll me a concentration, or your air guitar is about to be desummoned. Agaragis, you are pinned under rubble right now, because you did not succeed on the balance. So all that rubble just comes falling down. So Android, you guys are just chilling, and all of a sudden you feel the ground start shaking. Instinctively, Mazaru comes flying off her bed, flying away, and she grabs Lao D, and they both just evade all of that, which I did roll for. They evade all of that and land on the ground safely. But Android, you watch as a whole bunch of rubble comes falling down on at you. You manage to stay on your feet, but Agaricus gets launched off your shoulder, and you watch as they go rolling away. And to you, it looks like they just died because all this rubble just falls down on top of them, and you're just like, no! And you try to get out of the way as all this rubble comes falling down onto you. And because you are under duress of falling.
Yeah, we got jacked up by that. Agaricus especially. Agaricus got way jacked up by that.
Yeah. But 27 does keep your tuna battle going. So actually
Cool.
it was a 22 because you got a few points knocked off of it because of what's happening to you. But you still managed to make 22, so you good.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, yeah, but you do take a lot of debris and stuff, and it just hurts. I mean, like, you're hurt. You got caught. You got clipped, and you're just like almost on like one knee, just still playing through the pain.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah, of all that, and that is the Woojin's attack turn. It's your guys' attacks now.
You will cast.
Well, I guess I don't reckon Agaricus is attacking much.
No, Agaricus ain't doing nothing till the move round. Our next move round, unfortunately. Sorry, go, you Quill.
My breaths are also affected by the tuna battle, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, giddy.
Oh, giddy up.
Y'all haven't seen this one in a while. Rush.
Brother? Ew.
I just see him shake the earth, and I'm just like, you know what? And no.
Wait, how far away am I from the region now?
You're right in front of it. Technically, you hit it like from its knee, almost like from its thigh, actually, because you're huge. So you're at like junk level. So when you came rolling into it, it was like you almost like crotch bumped it. Really, you're not that little. Yeah.
And do I get a critical hit if I punch? Does that distress it at
You
all?
know, I should no, because it's like an improved bull rush, so it wouldn't there's no way to get a critical attack on that. You see what I'm saying?
What if I slammed its dick twice?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is you can punch at it. You're allowed to just start open fisting, try to punch it, and then you roll your attacks and see if you can get a critical or a fail. You know what I mean? But it's going to be really hard to miss it. You know?
What if I spit on it?
It doesn't matter.
Nice.
You're not listening to what I'm even saying right now. You Quill, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, before the
Your breath.
autistic retard took over, yeah.
Yeah, your breath weapon. Yes.
Yeah. I'm vomiting acid all over the side of its head.
Oh my gosh.
What if you gave it a
Nice.
Roll that beautiful bean damage.
So for the
Good grief.
two slams, how would I roll that?
Do what?
For the two slams?
Yeah.
They're just standard attacks.
That's 25.
Vomit acid all over its fucking side of its face and head and shoulder.
Head, shoulder, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
2 plus 25, 3, 12 plus 8 times 2. What in the world?
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me go into the deal and I'll explain it to you.
Pretty please. 'Cause, then
So
it
your
does-
attacks, 2 slams. 1d20 plus 25. If you hit, then you worry about the stuff in the parentheses.
Okay. 1d20 plus 25.
Mm-hmm. And we're just rolling to see if you get a crit or a fail. We're not really rolling to see if you hit, because again, it's going to be really hard for you to miss this thing. Being realistic about it. Being realistic about it. Oh, you almost got a crit. That was
Damn,
really
man.
freaking close, yeah.
We were one away.
Okay, so roll 3d12 plus 8 plus 3d8 plus 6d6.
Plus 8. And then what?
Plus 3d8 plus 6d6.
Plus 3d6?
6d6. Yeah, Android's doing double duty on that tuna battle. And he's doing it miraculously, I might also add.
Alrighty.
He almost got rocked earlier. Like, almost got rocked hard. Wait, no, that's not going to be right. Okay. Ooh. So that says 2 slams, so you get to try it again. You get to attack again.
Hooray!
Yeah.
So the d20 thing again?
Yeah. So roll 1d20 plus 25. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had a chunk of rubble fall down on his grill and survived, so... and is still playing. He's over there bleeding profusely right now, because he said that one hurt, so...
Yeah, it rocked his jaw a little bit.
So that... Okay, so there's no crit or fail there, so... Roll what you did just now, the 3d12 plus 8 plus 3d8 plus 66.
A lot of numbers for a dyslexic man.
It's alright. If, whenever in doubt, just look at what you just rolled and then copy it. And you'll... You know what I'm saying? You'll get it.
I have to double check to make sure I got it right.
It's no problem. It's not a problem.
Hooray! Oh, we traded the 1 and the 6 just in different ways.
How do you trade it in different ways other than just flipping them? What other way could it have been? He's like, well, no, I did a D16. That's what I did. There was no 1 in front of the D. For 57 points of damage. Ooh, that one was better. Ooh. Ooh. So, what is that? All right, considerable amounts of damage you guys are doing on. So, Zoltan, you just start slamming your fists into this thing's sternum, just boom, boom, and it just, you watch as it rocks back a little bit. You Quill, roll me a balance.
This poor man. I forgot he was up there.
It is not a safe place, but he's up there to do prime damage if he can hold on.
I don't get much better than that. I can literally only get 2 points better than that. That's
Yeah, you hold on. You hold on pretty decent. You're up there, you're rocking around, but you're standing tough. You're standing tough. Yeah. Yeah. You're all right. You're like, "Whoa. Whoa."
Whoa, Nelly, whoa.
But you can tell now just by looking at the Woojin's demeanor that one hurt it pretty good. That you guys are now starting to chip away at it pretty decently.
The Woojin isn't looking at me currently, correct?
No, the Woojin is not concerned with you at all. It thinks it outsmarted you with that wall of ice.
Ah, okay. Flame strike.
Wah! Which both Zoltan and Uquil are immune to right now. So to put this into perspective, Uquil, you stand up and you're just and you just shoot a stream of freaking acid vomit just right onto this thing's face, and it's just like and then Zoltan stands up and just pops it twice in its sternum, and it just stumbles back a little bit, and you're like, whoa. And then all of a sudden, you guys just watch as a pillar of flame just over this whole thing's body, doing 77 points of damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. You boys came to play. You guys showed up. All right. Which rocks it some more as the flames, and it just starts looking around. It realizes that it's got this freaking magma elemental just standing in front of it, boxing it down. It's got Uquil, regurgitating over the side of its face, and now it's looking over at Otis like, how did you get there? You know what I mean?
Otis is gonna blow it a kiss.
Yeah, you're gonna blow it a kiss, huh? And that's everybody's moves for this run. Oh, what about Solar Android?
Oh, I was gonna ask, is he? Thank you for reminding me. Is he close enough to Solar Strike, or is he still too far away? I know he's
When he is in
probably too far away to attack directly with his claws and beaks, but
he's 80. He's got a fly speed of 80 feet, so he could fly like right over to him. Still be like, because I in my mind the distance is, and I never specified it, but like my mind is he's got to be at least 20 feet away to Solar Strike decently. You know what I mean?
right, fair enough.
He can fly 80 feet, so like it won't even.
Yeah, but was like, is that not technically like the movement, versus
Oh yeah.
attack?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I'm just keeping myself in check. That's why I'm asking it that way.
You're right, and it's
Is he technically within 20 feet to Solar Strike, or is he still out of that range?
No, he's still out of that range.
All right, then I'm gonna wait till he can move and move him closer enough to be able to Solar Strike that boy.
Because he turned steel form during the movement round. That's right. Okay. Yeah. The new system is even gonna play tricks on me sometimes. So I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate the honesty from everybody else. If should they need to put me in check as the DM, like, hey man, this is your system, keep up with it. Even if you have to say that,
Nah, you're good.
yeah. Even if you have to say that,
I just want to make sure I understand the system correctly.
No, you're right.
You know?
No, you're right. Yeah. The only reason why Zoltan was able to roll at the Woojin and do all that is because technically that roll is an attack. It's not. It's a movement, but it's an attack. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah,
why,
you said if he was doing a regular bull rush, it would be different.
Yes, exactly. So. Yeah. All right. So he's just readying up to fly over there and take him out. All right. So that puts us in the new move round. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. All right. Here you go. I just rolled a 1. I just rolled a fat freaking 1. And I will prove it. Yeah, I will prove it by simply showing you the previous roll, which was Otis just now. Right? Otis just rolled his damage on the Woojin, and I just rolled for this round to see what all the boss was going to be able to do. And if they roll a 1, that means the Woojin neither attacks nor moves this entire round. So you guys get a free round to both move and attack at your leisure. Take advantage of it now.
Can I do the same thing I did last time?
You're just gonna box it up. Okay, you Quill, what are you doing during this
I'm gonna
move
shout in
phase?
its ear.
Shout in its ear. All right, Otis, what are you gonna do?
Firestorm.
Firestorm or Flame Strike?
Firestorm. I'm out of Flame Strike.
Okay, cool. I may need you to read that out to me and remind me what that does exactly. Android, what are you gonna do? Actually, roll me a spot check.
Okay. You can't say that. I'm not gonna say what kind of doctor he was, what kind of lawyer.
Agargus is the one hurting right now. Agargus is kind of in a situation right now.
Did you say a spot?
A spot.
That threw
yes.
me off.
What did you want to do, Agargus? Because you are pinned under some rubble. So.
Well, I was gonna pick Agaricus up and use my lay on hands. But
oh, okay.
let me roll this spot real quick.
All right, roll that spot then.
You're not supposed to rub your mushroom head in public.
All right, so during all of this, and you're hurting and everything, and you're worrying about Agaricus, and you watch as Mazaru lands to the center of the room and sets Lao D down, who's looking pretty worse for the wear. You notice something. Something extreme, like something that just sticks out as odd to you. The Woojin is fighting. It's getting covered up by everybody. You can see the fight taking place. And it looks inside this palace, but it doesn't look at anybody. Doesn't look at Mazaru, doesn't look at you, doesn't, you know what I mean? It looks directly at Lao D. And there's just something in its eyes.
The Woojin looks at Laudi.
Mm-hmm. And there's just something in its eyes that strikes you as off.
Yeah, my vomit.
As off. Yeah. Yeah. It's wiping some eye boogers, courtesy of you, Quill.
Okay. Acid vomit out of its eye.
No, it looks to Lao D. You don't, unfortunately, you don't look quickly enough to see what Lao D's expression is because by the time you look at Lao D, he's already like being tended to by Mazaru. Yeah. Did you still want to go over there and try to help Agaricus?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do want to help Agaricus first. I'm going to pick Agaricus up and use my lay on hands for 40 points.
Well,
okay, I'm going to get ready to. That's what I intend to do.
Well, not
let me put it that way.
Like you're in the move round. Nothing you're trying to do necessarily yet. You move over to the rubble of where you think Agaricus's tomb is. And I'm gonna need you to roll.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you to roll a strength check. Unless you've got any.
Oh, Agaricus, you're fucked.
Unless you can
let me
roll
see.
any magic. Unless you got any kind of magic that'll clear some of this rubble for you.
I got a Do I have Mage Hand? I don't know that I can cast it strong enough to really help me with this rebel. I got Bull Strength, I think.
Well, Mage Hand will allow you to pick up like at least 150 pounds.
What? Really?
Yeah, I changed it. I changed
Oh.
it for halflings and gnomes, so if they take Mage Hand, they can literally cast Mage Hand and fling themselves away from any kind of danger or any other small creatures that are capable.
Oh,
of
that's
it.
so cool. Okay, well then I'm
Yeah.
gonna start Mage
Yeah.
Handing this.
No, Android's better than me.
Okay, so that is magic, but because it's technically you're not using it for an attack, you're using it to move something, I will allow you to use it right now. You know what I'm saying?
You the man.
And you use Mage Hand and you move a chunk of you basically cast. You begin playing like humming a little ditty. Now, in order to do this, you know what I'm saying? That stops your tune of battle. You know
frick.
that, right? Because you're casting magic.
Oh, frick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a caveat to that.
Hmm.
You have strangeness going on with Lao D, you have the tuna battle going, and you have Agaragus currently underneath some rubble. So before you even move over to Agaragus and try to do all that, from where you're standing over by the podium, what do you want to do first? What thing that's taking your attention do you want to do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes, I know. Yes, yeah, I know.
Okay,
Quite.
here's a question.
What?
Here's a question then.
What's that?
Does using my lay on hands cancel out my tune of battle, since it's a different kind of magic?
It's
Question
not so
mark?
much that, it's the fact that you're performing an action that requires you to stop doing what you're doing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So using the lay on hands will cancel my tune of battle.
Well, just moving the rubble's going to cancel your tune of battle.
Well, fair enough, but if I, say I chose to move to Lao D instead and chose to use my lay on hands on Lao D instead, right?
That'll cancel
If
your
that-
tune of battle.
That'll cancel my tune of battle as well.
Yes. Depending on how you go about it with Loud D.
I do still have the Bard's Charm going with it, so that's at least one. I'm just out of uses. I won't be able to air guitar to tune a battle, but I do still have other songs. I am I guess I'm gonna use the Mage Hand to clear the rubble for Agaricus.
Yeah, that won't even require you to move over to the rubble if you don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna clear the rubble for Agaricus. But I am still going to move over there to heal them before I go to Lao D. That
Move
might
over-
be like too much movement, but that's all that I intend to do in that order.
Move
you know.
over to where?
I am going to move to Agaricus and use my lay on hands on them first, and then I intend to move to Lao D and use my lay on hands on him.
Okay, so
If I have to wait for my next movement turn to do that for Lao D, that's fine. That's just what I intend to do.
you'll have to wait till your next turn to even lay on the hands on Agaricus. Because you'll be moving,
Fair enough.
casting magic, moving the rubble, and then boom, you've got Agaricus, right?
Right, gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah. This form of battle does make things feel a little bit more restrictive, but it also moves it a lot faster and it feels more realistic in a sense. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
so yeah, you move over, you basically desummon the air guitar and run over to Agaricus. You're just like, oh, you know, tell me, what did Android say when he watched all that rubble just fall on Agaricus? Just out of curiosity, I need to know. Just like, did he say anything, or did he just kind of look at it?
I think he kind of like gasps and he's like, Lorethian on high, the mushroom's dead. You know, like he's just like, the mushroom's been crushed.
Miss Keisha. Oh, she effing dead. So you rush over to Agaragis, which isn't far from where it happened. You move probably about like 20 feet, and you hum a little ditty, and this mage, you hold out your hand, and you watch as your hand becomes incorporeal for a minute, and then grows to larger sizes, and detaches itself from your forearm, held in by like a ghostly tether, as it grabs a huge piece of rubble and just moves it out of the way, exposing Agaragis amongst more rubble, just laying there looking. How badly are you hurt, Agaragis? Just out of curiosity.
Their max health is 111 and their current health is 41. So they're pretty hurt.
Or are they dead?
Oh no,
Oh,
they're not dead.
What is their health at?
41?
Oh, 41. Oh, okay. Yeah, so so you're looking like a ran over frog right now. Yeah. Oh, what's going through Agaragus's mind as this is happening? Before the mage hand moves the rubble and everything, and you're laying up underneath there being squished slowly, and you can feel your insides beginning to want to burst out the sides of your body. What's going through Agaragus's mind?
Agaricus has just accepted it. No, it's just gonna lay there, you know, it's just like, it had like almost like white, you know, in their brain, because it's just like so much pain, you know.
Yeah. As you lay there, like deep within inside your own head right now, you hear a voice, a very familiar female voice, start talking to you again, saying, "See? You didn't even have to be here. If you had just accomplished your task." And you recognize this voice. You know who this is. At least,
Who?
I think you know who this is. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you know. Agaragis, the character, knows. Agaragis, the player, may have forgotten. But you can
What
hear
you're
the
saying is there's a chance.
there's a chant. But you hear the female voice say to you, they say, "See, if you had just carried out my task long before this, you wouldn't be laying here dying now. It's a pity. Such a pity. And nobody to save you. You think these fools care about you, Agaragis? Not like me. Not like your mother." And she says that just at those are her final words, as the rubble is moved out of the way by some spectral hand, and you can just barely see out of your crustiness. I almost said your eyelids, but you ain't got eyelids. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you could just kind of see through the haze of everything. You see somebody standing above you in the blur, just looking at you like, ugh. No, I don't know what their expression is, but they're standing above you just like, you know, first it's all darkness and then there's light. And there's this lone figure standing above you. Otis is gonna firestorm. Uquill's gonna sonic scream. Zoltan's gonna continue jabbing the freaking sternum. What is Solar doing?
So that's just enlightening.
Yeah.
Great thought. Great thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you hit mute? Did you,
Oh,
He hit brain doesn't work anymore. That's what he
yeah,
did.
brain don't worky. Sorry.
Oh yeah. That's what we thought.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
what is Solar doing?
Oh, Solar
Good
doing?
smart.
Yeah. Solar's got moves.
Yeah. Okay. Solar is gonna move over and Solar Strike when he can. When
Solar
he
just
is allowed, he will Solar Strike.
Yeah.
He's just gonna move over there.
I just had an idea. That's awesome.
before flying over there to attack, though, he looks over at your current situation. He says, "Android, do you need me?"
I got it, buddy.
He just kind of fire in the hole. Yeah, that's what he says,
Yeah.
and he goes flying at the Woojin. Yeah, just goes flying up to the Woojin. He's kind of hovering around Zoltan now, and he's getting ready for a Solar Strike, which we're going to because the Woojin does not get to do anything this round. We are going to play out everybody's attacks. We'll just start at the top. You, Quill, go ahead and roll your sonic damage.
He hits him with the Boyaka Boyaka!
619! That's my puero! Huh. So, okay. So, what are we looking at here? Oh, you seeing how many times you can use it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many
Or
rounds
when I
you
can
gotta-
again.
Yeah, how many rounds you gotta wait?
Nice.
Ooh!
Why are you gay?
I mean, if I was, you would be here.
These nuts.
Yes, if I was. Wouldn't do it if it was.
Take the nut butter out of his ass and shoved it in your mother? Is that what you're telling me happened?
Otis, go ahead and roll the Firestorm. Now, how does Firestorm work?
When a firestorm spell is cast, the whole area is shot through with sheets of roaring flame. The raging flames do not harm natural vegetation, ground cover, and any plant creatures in the area that you wish to exclude from damage. Any other creature within the area takes 1d6 points of fire damage per caster level.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage for that because nobody else is gonna get hit with that. So
Assuming that's including the tuna battle?
Well, you dropped one of them, so it's 3d6 to 66.
yeah. Oh, you did a 66 on that, didn't you?
But it's 3d6 now, sadly.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so I don't even.
Just take out the three lowest d6. You can just minus it by 3.
I'm gonna minus
It'll
it
be
by.
okay.
I'm gonna minus it by.
You can
10.
minus it by the 11 at the end. I'll give you
I'm
that.
gonna minus it by
Or
10.
10. Yeah, by 10.
Yeah.
That's the last 3 that are there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna do. It's still.
I
It's
forgot he
still,
said that. It's my fault.
it
I had
was-
that queued. I had that queued up in the chat when I said it, so I've been waiting this whole time. To
Yeah,
say
he
it.
just got he was hyped. He was like, booyaka, booyaka. You could tell he had that one
I'm
in the
going.
chamber. He had that one in the chamber. I just ran out of breath. That's how excited I got.
I told you I will grace you with something like that every time Yuko uses that specific ability. Now I just got to come up with more if I have to use it again. It's not the first time I've used this many breath weapons in a fight.
My question is he dead yet?
No.
Does he look like he's feeling it at all?
I'm going
not-
to, as soon as everybody plays out their attacks, I'm going to tell you exactly what happens here.
He's like, holy shit!
Am I good to roll Solar's damage?
Yeah, and Zoltan needs to start rolling his damage too.
Oh. Chat. We got a wood.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Good job.
Chat, we got a 1. He says, yep, that's a critical fail.
He's been
Uh,
get hurt.
We will play.
Zoltan gets cursed out.
Yeah, we're gonna play that one out here in a minute. But go ahead and roll Solar's damage for 34.
Rest and pepperonis.
It was nice knowing you.
It was.
It was nice knowing the character.
Okay, so this is how the whole interaction plays itself out, right? You turn and begin just screeching in their ear, just you can see the sound waves just roaring out of your vocal cords into the side of this thing's head. It's like, and then Otis casts the fire wave and just waves of flame just go roaring over this thing as Solar backs up and freaking solar strikes right through it. And it looks real wobbly, and Zoltan goes to freaking punch it, and it freaking it freaking Spartan kicks Zoltan backwards. I'm gonna roll something here.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay. So
It's gonna be more.
it can, well, no, it just barely. It rolled a 75, and if it was gonna do anything, it would have been lower. So but Zoltan gets kicked, and he goes flying backwards in his magma form over the heads of Lao D and Mazaru into the freaking the pyramid steps, and just completely, annihilates it, just crashing it and everything. Luckily Android and Agaragis are out of the way, so all the rubble goes past them and everything. But that does do,
Dreadful.
yeah.
How much health do I have, anyways? It's this man.
I don't know, how much health did you lose earlier, because it's hit you before.
No.
Yeah, it sure has.
I have 197.
The heck?
It just touched you like you were an altar boy.
Woo-wee! At least I got some type of action.
Okay, so how much health do you have left, though?
As the magma?
Yeah,
197.
197? Okay. That's funny.
Why?
Well, because it just did 110 damage to you. Yeah, that was a serious freaking smash. I said,
Big
I said don't F up. If you get a critical fail in this fight, you're getting hurt. Bad.
Haley.
Oh, I could only fuck up one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're laying there. Well, you're knocked prone too. Like, you're just laying. Like, you pretty much just crashed, and you look like somebody who got planted in a windshield. Only the windshield's made out of stone, out of marble, actually, and you're just all rear end in this freaking divot in these stairs, just sitting there. Just looking all kinds of wrecked.
My fault, game.
However, after kicking Zoltan, the Wujin staggers for a minute and kind of falls back and begins to shift and change. And Yiquil, your sure footing starts to feel not so sure anymore as the Wujin begins to shrink. And when it begins to shrink, you begin to fall. You just start falling through the air. Just whoa.
Does it go back to normal size?
Well, yeah, the Wujin?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is transforming back to normal. So you just start falling like a good 80 feet through the air. Just Solar being Solar, because I'm kind of his personality too. He sees that happening and he instantly comes flying up and just transitions into, like, the light hits him and he grows to bigger proportions and catches you on his back.
The man.
Long time no see.
He just looks over his shoulder at you and he's like, I thought you died.
Touche. That makes two of us more than once.
She's like, there's a couple of times I thot you died there. I'm pretty sure Zoltan just did.
The chances are high, it feels.
The Wujin goes shrinking back to normal size and falls backwards with, like, it looks like there's an outer shell of ash all over its body, which smells a lot like the spice wine mash that you guys have been investigating a lot, which nobody who would recognize that smell is actually nearby. So to Otis and Uquill and Solar, it just looks like it's covered in ash. But as the ash starts to break away from its body, you see the Wujin's true form underneath of it. And it reveals who they truly are behind their disguise. And
Who that there?
No way, it's Mazaru.
It is not Mazaru. However, well, I
He's
mean,
right there by Laudi.
that's a good guess though. That is a good guess because it is somebody you guys recognize. You recognize them to be the shaman you guys first met when you first came to Pangshun. The shaman who was the one that who spoke with Uquill privately and told him of his destiny here in the Dragoon lands when the ancestors first called to him and called to all of you. The one who sent Laudi to assist you all in the first place. And her name was Nani Nani. And she was that little village's shaman. And she's just sitting there as all the ash comes off of her body. And she's just sitting there shaking, looking all kinds of distraught as
He needs some lotion.
as this takes place. Yeah, she's looking really, really hurt. Her whole body is shaking and everything, but she's not dead.
But she's still wanting to fight.
I don't know. You're allowed to play as much D&D as you like. Technically, Android, you're not aware of all this at the moment. She shrunk. Well, hold on.
I tell Solar to be like, hey, take me over to buddy.
Okay. So Solar flies down and gets near her. Android, you're not aware of all this happening. You saw it begin to shrink, and now because she's gone back down to normal size, you've lost all vision of her out there. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
But you've got Agaragis and Mazaru's over there with Laudi. Oh.
Righteous.
Otis is gonna walk up to her and inspect her. Otis doesn't know who the fuck this is.
So Otis, you begin walking over to her and to inspect her, and as you get close to her, she turns to you and tries to magic missile you.
Spell or counterspell.
You counterspell it, and it just jams right back in her throat. She kind of she looks at you and she says, "You've only got so many of those left in you, boy."
Bitch, I can do this all day. Try me.
She looks at you, Uquill, as you land, and she looks at the two of you and looks at Solar, and then she crosses her legs and sits down in the crisscross style, and she begins to float, and you just see dark clouds begin to form overhead, and she says, "I have not even begun." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Phase 2.
What?
Got to
Nah,
kiss
I
these
said we got
hands.
more.
Disappointment.
Yeah. Huh. Did you say disappointment?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can.
Oh, fair enough, I guess. I mean, I only worked on this whole plot for I don't know how long, but okay, if it disappoints you, that's fine. That's
Oh
fine.
no, not so much the session. The fact that it's ending.
I know. I'm just busting balls.
No,
I knew what you were
no.
saying.
No, I'm disappointed. No,
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I wanted her to die.
bitch, die.
I want all of you, at least those of you who have been involved in the actual investigation, to think this through now and see if you can't figure out what has actually taken place and what the answer to this investigation is. I don't expect anything out of you, Quill, not because I don't think he could figure it out. It's just because he technically has not
Wouldn't
been the
know.
one investigating it.
Yeah, he's been
Technically,
punching stuff.
Otis is coming in on the back end of this as well. But Android, Zoltan, and Agaragis, the clues have
Yes.
all been there.
Yes,
What
no
do
some
you
shit.
What do you think is?
Oh, we
is
should, but we
happening?
don't.
Having agrees with Android.
You have
Everything's
a
all- put that shit together.
you have a week. You have a week to figure it out. You have a week.
Agaricus is like, "You're welcome."
Yeah,
Just so you know.
yeah. Agaragis is like, I just want to go to bed now. I cannot do any more of this debris falling on me. I just literally had something that weighs twice my weight fall down on me.
That's it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you Quill had a house fall on him.
The whole fucking thing.
Yep, that's true. A whole house fell on you, Quill, once. You Quill's had a few things fall on him.
What?
Like the Wicked Witch of the West, yes. You know, I'm so glad you caught the reference because nobody caught it at the time I had it happen. I was like, if he don't make it out of this, if this character dies right here, I'm having them feet shrink.
I support that.
Mm. No, but seriously though, yeah. You guys got a week to figure this out. Because you're at that point now.
As long as the bitch doesn't die, Mazaru and Laudi, as long as they survive, I don't give a shit. as long as I can keep them alive.
Okay. Well, alright.
I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, at least give it a
But
shot.
I'll just be very happy as so long as they survive, and I don't ruin an entire culture on a continent. You know,
I did drop more clues in this fight.
that would be cool.
So, yeah. But we'll see what happens.
You'll be fine.
Come what may. But yeah, I guess that's the end of tonight's session. I want to thank all you Golden Wonders out there who have been continuously joining us on these little these sessions, man. I really appreciate it. Our support is growing, so that's really neat. And, you know, I know it's something that is more preferable to play in the background while you do something else, and that's really cool that well, I mean, I don't speak for the entire group, but I know that feels cool to me that you would choose this voice of all things to listen into the background while you're doing something probably way more significant in life. But yeah, I really appreciate that. So I can't thank you all enough. And again, I want to thank them old school gamers. Again, I couldn't ask for a better group, and I know I put you guys through a lot, and tonight really showed that. And I just hope that this new battle system we've adopted isn't throwing you guys off too much. I hope you all like it, and during the week, go ahead and feel free to throw me some feedback about it if you like. It will be promptly ignored, and we'll continue to do what I want to do.
That sounds accurate.
Nice.
But seriously, I love you guys. I love you all very much, and I love all you Golden Wonders out there. Just remember, you're always welcome in this lobby, and y'all stay golden. Y'all come back now. I said that backwards, but we're just gonna roll with it. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.